the speedrunning community to showcase the greatness of the three games: Luigi's Mansion 1, Luigi's Mansion 2, Darkmoon, and Luigi's Mansion 3. So I'm very excited for this. I'm looking forward to everything that we have to showcase over the course of today and the course of tomorrow. Of course, with me are the two people who've put so much time and effort into this and organizing everything, and I will allow them to introduce themselves.
Yeah, hi, my name is Riedels. I've been with the community for quite some time now. We're very excited to show off this event to you.
Yeah, and I'm Saria, and yeah, I feel the same way. Very excited to show off all these games that some of them haven't had too big of a spotlight, so this will be the first time they're on the big stage.
So we've got a lot scheduled for today. We've got a lot of stuff regarding Luigi's Mansion 1. We have a lot looking forward to that. We'll get into that in a little bit here. But first, I do want to actually just quickly ask Saria, who originally started this, what made you want to start this out before we move on?
I'm trying to remember. It was a while ago. I had the idea, and then eventually I really pushed for it, and then we finally decided to do it. It was just, I don't know, like, especially like the remake into arcade games, they get very little attention, so I thought, what better way than to do a marathon of all the games?
I like to hear that. So we're going to move on into going into a little bit of our schedule today, and then we're going to move quickly to a BRB, and we'll set up for the first run, which will be Dark Moon. We'll be doing 90%. So let's move forward now into the slideshow that we have to showcase everybody.
So yeah, this is Boolympics 2022. It is a two-day event. We've got lots of runs for you guys, and we don't want to um, go too far into the night, so we've split this into 2 days. We'll have a couple more runs for you guys tomorrow, starting around 12 p.m. Eastern time. But for today, we'll kick things off with the first run of the day, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Lawrence will be doing any percent for us. It is the standard any percent category. Start from a new file, um, beat the game as fast as you can. One thing that's very interesting about Dark Moon, in comparison to the other LM games, is gold. So gold plays a very vital role for upgrades and like getting faster poltergust upgrades to make the game go. Basically just quality of life things. Makes the capturing ghosts a lot better. So we'll see how Blars handles the gold in that run. Then after that, we've got Luigi's Mansion run. So, sorry, would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, so basically, any percent know how to bounce PAL. PAL is like a ROM hack. Like if you haven't played the PAL Hidden Mansion before, it's basically almost like a official ROM hack of the original game that just has a difficulty spike. Double damage. The ghosts are completely different. The mansion's reversed, and the boos are all over the place. So it's a very entertaining and interesting speedrun to watch. And Pablo will be doing that.
Yes, Pablo will be stepping in. Thanks to actually, so Splazer originally was supposed to speedrun this. I don't know if anybody remembers that was on the schedule. Who's watching? Splazer was supposed to originally be running this, but due to technical difficulties, he had to back out of running this category. So Pablo is thankfully stepping in and going to be showcasing some world record talent in that category. It's a pretty interesting game to watch because like Sari was mentioning, it's very different from the original Luigi's Mansion 1. When you look at the JP and the English versions of the game, the way the ghosts are and the way the boos are much different in the Hidden Mansion and PAL. Basically Hidden Mansion and PAL is like a new game plus, a real new game plus. So that will be a really fun run to watch. That'll be happening at around 3 Eastern. And if we move on to the next one, we'll get to see that Joven will be taking care of the all booze category for Luigi's Mansion 1. I don't know if Sorry wants to talk about that one as well.
Yeah, so all boost is really unique in the fact that it uses out of bounds when uh all portraits is like the only other category except for like any percent obviously that heavily uses out of bounds in the route, and it's very entertaining run. It's definitely a lot different, more different from 100% than you'd expect. It's not just not getting the money, just the route is completely different. So if you want to see a crazy route, this is a very good run to watch.
Joven, very skilled in his all booze category in many, many recent times. Always someone who goes back to that category. And I know that he will showcase some great talent there as well with how skilled of a runner that he is.
And then coming
Moving.
up after, yeah,
Mhm.
after that run, we got a Luigi's Mansion 3 speed run of Scarescraper. So this one I'm actually looking really much forward to. The Scarescraper requires a lot of cooperation, also a lot of luck. There's a lot of RNG factors in the Scarescraper speed runs. So we've got Super Groundhog and Maskus Gamer running that for us. They have a lot of runs, a lot of experience with that. So really hoping that they can show us a good run of the Scarescraper for LN3.
That's gonna be a really fun thing I'm looking forward to. I know that Riddlesk and myself are much more accustomed and attuned to the Luigi's Mansion Darkmoon Scarescraper. So seeing some differences in the Luigi's Mansion 3 Scarescraper is gonna be a lot of fun for me to watch. And I know that a lot of you guys will hopefully be watching this wonderful, wonderful showcase of the Scarescraper game mode of Luigi's Mansion 3. Now, moving on after that is going to be probably the biggest event that we have for day one and maybe of the event. I'm not quite sure, but this could be the big thing. The Luigi's Mansion any percent no out of bounds relay race. This is going to be this is the cherry on top of everything. This is going to be the big showcase showing off how no out of bounds is going to work when we throw players into teams and force them into a relay. So we got three teams of three. We've got the IRL team consisting of Dev Games, Bliss, and HD Lax. We're going to be moving over to Team B, which is Mega Lightning, Flauk, and Joven, and Team C, which consists of Lando, Saria, and Red. Shoutouts to Lando for stepping in for Splazer, who once again, due to technical difficulties, had to step out of the tournament or had to step out of the marathon from actually being able to participate in runs. So shoutouts to Lando for doing that, as well as tomorrow when he will be doing ideal portraits. But we'll get to that tomorrow. So that's gonna be really fun. That's gonna be commentated by myself and Mr. Riedels here. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking super forward to this, and I know that we're gonna have a blast putting that one together. So look out for that. That's going to be at around 7 p.m. Eastern time. So whatever time that is for you locally, look out for that time because that's when we'll be doing that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful relay race. And then moving straight from that, we will be going into a four-person Luigi's Mansion 100% race. So the goal there, we're gonna have four players playing to beat the game is with all 50 boos and 100 million gold to win the race. That's gonna be consisting of Flug, Joven, Lando, and Saria. So I'm looking forward to how that one's gonna turn out. That's so far just gonna be commentated by myself, but I think we'll be seeing enough gameplay to keep things exciting, keep things moving, keep things interesting, and keep everybody engaged as we go through the 100% category. Moving on from that, we'll be getting into the Luigi's Mansion 1 2P1C done in person by the wonderful people over at Bliss's place, which will be Bliss and HD Lax. That's going to be a fun one. Bliss and HD did some practice for that while a lot of us in the Luigi's Mansion community were at Summer Games Done Quick just last week. And so I think that they are very ready to go forward with that. That's going to be done with a live commentary straight from their room where they're going to be doing that. So look forward for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be goofy and it's going to be just fun to watch 2P1C with some players in person. Usually you don't see those too often. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if Sorry has anything to add to 2P1C from his experience or not.
I haven't done it too much, so I can't say too much. But yeah, it is definitely very interesting to see how people deal with only having half the controller.
Absolutely. And our final event of day one for the Boolympics 2022 is going to be a lockout bingo. We're going to be doing a lockout bingo race between Riedelsk and Vicious for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, a game that we have basically been very, very well attuned for bingo. So if Riedels wants to go more into that, we'll absolutely let him have the floor.
Yeah, definitely. So Bingo is a sort of speedrunning that doesn't get showcased very often. Um, it's very exciting, very creative. You have to route things on the fly to go for certain goals on a board of 25 spaces. Um, so Vicious and I will be going into Darkmoon Lockout Bingo where we have access to all of the 34 missions in the game, like right off the fly. There's like endless routing potential with this. It's really exciting. And the type of bingo that we're doing is lockout. So once you claim a space, the other runner can no longer get that space. So it is a mind game. It's trying to figure out where your opponent is, what they're going for, trying not to get locked out of a space. Um, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, we have a very close match.
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a really fun thing to showcase. Usually, they only ever get showcased inside a bingo-thon, but I'm hoping that we can broaden horizons to more people within the Luigi's Mansion speedrunning community to take care of understanding the wonderful, wonderful nature of blackout bingo and just bingo in general for Luigi's Mansion Darkmoon. It's a very skillful thing, and as Ritos was saying, routing on the fly is a big portion of how your end result will be inside of that bingo board. So look forward to that. That's gonna be the last run of the day. That's gonna be around for me. That's around 8 p.m. Pacific time, so around 11 Eastern.
Yep,
But
that's right.
that's basically all we've got for today. I'm looking super, super forward to that. We're gonna quickly take a break for a minute here. We're gonna get Blar set up for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon any percent, and we will get this show on the road.